This is day 114 of Zohar Pshat, and today we're doing the 14th and final of the commandments here. We're going to do Yudal and Alpha Zohar, about 16 or 17 lines at the bottom, where it says in block print, Bikudar Besar, the 14th commandment, L'nato Yom de Shabbos, to keep the day of Shabbos. The Yom de Naichel Mikol V'dei Breishis, which day which Kodesh Baruch Hu rested from all the activity of Sheish Mei Breishis. There are two commandments included here. Shabbos. One is preserving the day of Shabbos. That's Shomar, not doing Malacha on Shabbos. One is to sanctify Yom B'Kiddushay with Kiddush. That's the Zohar, right? The natural Yom of the Shabbos. Karna V'Isarna Layu. To preserve the day of Shabbos, as we are reminded and we are aroused to it. I assume he means throughout Torah, how important it is to preserve Shabbos. Because the day of the rest of all the worlds. And all the things that remain in the world were created and enhanced, visabidu, and worked at the Sky Shema. Till the Kedusha Seyom of Shabbos devolved. Came the Sky Shema once the day of the Kedusha Shabbos devolved. Ishtar Bria de Ruchin. There was left something incomplete. The creation of Ruchin, Lois and Gufa, to which no body was created. Now the Nitzutze Zohar refers us to Avos Perkei Mishnavav, where it says that there were several things created by Hashmashos. And one of the things created by Hashmashos of Erev Shabbos, of the first Shabbos of creation, was the Mezikin. The Mezikin normally understand to be Shadim, demons. We said that we're going to try as being Maimonidean as possible in our perusal of Zohar Pshat, and the Rambam does not interpret what the word Mezikin means there. It's very nice. But the Tiferes Yisrael says the Malachim Chavola. The Malachim which are made to take retribution from people who sin, which he says on a lower madrega than normal Malachim, whatever that means. And they're a distinct type of Malach. So those are Malachim Chavola. And there are similar interpretations there. Obviously, many interpretations in Seches Avos. You'll find gazillion interpretations. But it's important to remember, and I saw this in one of the Mefarshim there, no, I thought it was from the Medrash Shmuel, but no, I guess not. I think it's from the Sulam that I saw this. That it's important to remember this after the Chet of Adam Rishon. Chet of Adam Rishon was on Erev Shabbos, and therefore Ra was already in the world, and therefore there's this idea of Ra as a spiritual force, as the Nefesh HaChaim says, and based on the Rambam, Nevuchim, that before the Chet of Adam Rishon, the choice in this world is between Emes and Sheker, and now it's between Tov and Ra. So it's got to be power of evil in the world. This is not with the Tiferes Yisrael, it's Malach Chavola, which are simply punishing angels, but these are forces, according to the scenes in Zohar Kodesh, that exist as a means of providing free will, therefore a benefit as a result, as the Sulam says, in order to provide for choice on the level of other Mishnah Charachet. So these Ruchin are forces of evil. And it says, Chilo Yada, Have Yada, Kuchbichla, Akav, Kacha, Yema, Adis, Baron, Gufin, Lani, Ruchin. Why can't Kodesh Baruch Hu wait? Obviously, it's a kind of rhetorical question. Kodesh Baruch Hu couldn't have waited long enough, or made him early enough in the day to give these Ruchin Gufin, to give these spirits, the spiritual forces of Tumah bodies, and make them full-blown human beings. Obviously not. Obviously they have a totally different purpose in this world. So the tree of Eitz Hadas Tovara, the side of evil was awakened, because Adam Rishon had sinned. Chava and Adam already eaten from the tree. Oh, so therefore now the Eitz Hadas Tovara was operative. meaning that Ra is now forcing the world. Itaru sitra achra de Ra uvali takofa ba'alma, and wanted to attack in the world. Ra has this drive to expand. These partial kamaruchim mekama zainin and several spirits came out with several weapons. They're spiritual weapons, obviously. These takfa ba'alma, to attack in the world, begufin, and they wanted to be embodied in bodies as well. And we find a lot of evil people in the world, but evidently it's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been that those people evidently become evil with their bechira, and it could have been there have been intrinsically bad people in the world who would have very, very, very much more power than in just the spirit of Tuma, which kind of floats around in the ether. So once Akadosh Baruch Hu saw this, Isar migo ilona dechaye, he aroused or caused to arise from the tree of life, neshiva derucha, another opposing wind, the wind of good. Ubatash milon achra, and it kicked the other tree. Now there, Eitz Das over is really one tree, but it evidently is the two sides of the tree. It's as if they're two different trees. Isa sitra achra de toiv, and the other side of good came out. Now sitra achra normally means the other side of bad. Here it says sitra achra de toiv. It could mean one of two things, and both could be true. The sitra achra de toiv could be that the other it's talking about actually the right side, this side of good, came and to clash with evil and prevent the spread of evil in the world beyond what's tolerable. It could be that the sitra achra toiv means that we know that it's supposed to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu b'shnei yitzarecha, yetzer tov, yetzer ra. So therefore, the sitra achra also has its purpose in the world. So instead of the sitra achra having terrible and powerful tools, which would be completely evil, the sitra achra of toiv, the purpose is, lisapocha, liskafia, lisapocha, either to subjugate it or sublimate it, that was aroused as a result of the response of the side of Tov. So I think there could be either way, Viskachi Yoima. And then Shabbos began. In this state of flux, okay, and I think we're going to stop here for today, because it gets more intense as we go along. But this is the introduction. That since the Bechir of Adam Rishon took place, now we're in a state of clash. Erev Shabbos Ben Hashmashos, so to speak. The time has come for Ruchin de Tav and Ruchin de Bish to coexist in the world. The question is the correlation between the two and the interaction which they're going to have.